What's up, folks? I'm Bilal. This is Starfield. Welcome back for episode 36. We've been kidnapped. So at the end of the last episode, we were trying to get to New Atlantis. We had some contraband on board. Not only did the contraband get confiscated, we were taken into custody by UC SysDef, by their leader. His name is Kibwe Ikande, and he asked us to join his crusade, trying to fight the Crimson Fleet. So it turns out that we've been side quested, and I think we're locked into this quest for a bit. So we'll try and see what he wants of us. Probably a lot more of spaceship fighting and even maybe base clearing of the Crimson Fleet. But Sevro is stuck here, and Sevro will have to cooperate. So we've got our level 18 Sevro. I have one skill point. I'm keeping it safe for now. Let's get into it. We were interrogated at the end of the last episode. It was quite scary, and this guy comes in and goes like, yeah, I need you to join my crusade against the Crimson Fleet. So this is our...
So, you took the up instead of serving the time. Gonna be the commander's new role, huh?
Maybe.
Going in all alone, infiltrating a bunch of pirates. You've got a lot of guts.
Mm-hmm.
Still, it makes you wonder.
Yes.
Especially with the stories that go around. Like the one about how the fleet deals with informants by lashing them to the hull of a ship, and then slowly letting the air out of their suit.
Oh, God.
Could you imagine a worse way to go? I know I couldn't. But I wouldn't worry about it. Since the commander handpicked you, I'm guessing you can hold your breath for a really long time, right?
I mean, I hope so. I don't know. Well, this is all like, I just wanted to go to New Atlantis at the end of the last episode to not have Andrasia anymore in my party and pick up Sam Coe. Hello. He's got such a soldierish face. SysDef cadet. We're going to the lift, are we?
Alright. This is as far as I go. Take the lift up to Ops. Commander Ikande should be waiting for you.
Why do I still have my weapon on me? Or all my weapons? Are all my weapons with me? Yes, they are. Strange. Why, Starfield? Why? Why do you do these things? And Andrasia is with us too, so is she in custody as well? What about Lynn? She was also on our ship, so... And Vasco? So many questions, man. Let's see. I mean, I hope we can like have a conversation and be let go of to roam around and have an additional quest with this Crimson Fleet stuff. Hello. Automatic door. I was walking inside if you're on purpose, but I think it's fine to jog along. Let's go. What's going on?
Hello.
Hey, okay, hello.
Oh. There you are. Kibwe Ikande. What do you want from me?
There you are. Excellent. Now that we've established your level of cooperation with us, I want to introduce you to your new home. This is the Operations Center of the UC Vigilance. SysDef's nerve center, dedicated to the destruction of the Crimson Fleet.
Okay. Interesting. Just... You're gonna need more than one ship to eliminate an entire fleet. Impressive ship, but I don't see where I fit in. Where's the Vigilante located right now? What exactly is the Crimson... I mean, we know what the Crimson Fleet is. This is me shooting my way off this prison ship. Yeah, I mean, the way they took us in... I mean, I had contraband on me worth like 12,000 or something. Some mechanical parts we picked up from another quest. But this is uncalled for, man. Like, you can't just force me into these missions. But I don't want to
If you
attack.
would kindly continue.
Yeah. I don't see where I fit in.
Whether this ship is impressive or not, you're the key element that we've been lacking. We need eyes and ears inside the Crimson Fleet. Someone who can feed us information, evidence, and expose their weaknesses.
Okay.
The catch is that you can't just knock on their front door and ask for an application. Getting inside is going to take some finesse.
Get me in a room with them and I'll talk them into anything. I assume you already have a plan in mind. It takes much more than finesse to catch the attention of a pirate. I prefer a more direct approach. I assume you've chosen me because I'm expendable. Yeah, I think so.
Let's get one thing straight right now. While you're working for me, I'm going to treat you like one of my own.
Okay.
Whatever crimes you committed in the past no longer matter. You're now an agent of SysDef, meaning that it's my job to keep you alive.
So SysDef is like a tier above the UC sec, I think. These guys are more about like defense from exterior forces, whereas UC sec is more like the police for the UC. Although in the back of my mind, I also think that first thing we do when we get out of here is join the Freestar Collective. Go back to Aquila City. I don't know. Kind of strange. We're joining all sorts of organizations at the moment. I will persuade you.
Good. I have just the right place for you to start.
Mm-hmm.
Our intelligence has managed to find a possible opening into the Crimson Fleet through Saoirse Bowden, one of their contacts. She works for the Trade Authority in Sidonia, so you'll be using a container of Aurora we've loaded on your ship to get her attention.
Okay. We know what Aurora is. I'll still do it, but yeah, why? Like, why more
Aurora
contraband?
is a Class A controlled substance that's
Yeah.
illegal to transport outside of Neon, a city on Volai. Get caught with this stuff aboard a ship, and you're looking at some serious fines.
Where did you get that?
That's classified.
I knew it.
Suffice to say that the smuggler who was previously holding it will be spending the rest of their life in prison.
Okay. She can probably sniff out a narc from a sector away. That doesn't sound like an ironclad plan to me. Yeah, we have to talk to this woman on Sidonia. Sidonia is on Mars, right? Yeah, it's the mining place.
Well, it's the best we've got. Once you bluff your way into the Crimson Fleet, then the operation proceeds to evidence gathering.
Mm-hmm.
That's where my second-in-command, Lieutenant Gillian Toft, comes into the picture. She'll explain everything you need to know.
Okay. Why bother gathering evidence when you can just shoot them down?
Let's just say my superiors need proof that engaging the Crimson Fleet is a larger priority than they're willing to admit.
Okay.
If we shove enough concrete evidence under their noses, they'll have no choice but to allocate the resources that I've requested. At the same time, we can use the evidence to arrest members of the Crimson Fleet, weakening them enough to strike a fatal blow.
Okay. You must have quite a bit of confidence in my abilities. That's a lot to absorb and point the way. You must have.
If I didn't have confidence in your abilities, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
You have heard about me.
Remember,
Yeah.
this entire operation rests on your ability to infiltrate the Crimson Fleet and bring us the evidence we need to take them down.
Yep. I shall do my best.
I wouldn't expect any less. Look, before you begin, I want to make something perfectly clear. As an undercover operative for UC SysDef, you'll be expected to follow our code of conduct and ethics. Allow yourself to stray too far off the path, and you stand a good chance of spiraling out of control.
Okay. What do you mean by that?
The Crimson Fleet doesn't follow the rules. They only abide by one thing: money. All of their morals and social graces fall by the wayside in pursuit of their greed. At first glance, this can appear quite enticing, so I'm warning you not to get lured into their trap. Think you can handle that?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, unless they give me a shit ton of money. I don't know. What is your code of conduct and ethics?
To put it simply, you can't go into every situation with guns blazing.
Okay.
Think before you act. Calculate what you're doing and pull the trigger only when it's absolutely necessary. At the end of the day, your primary goal is taking down the Crimson Fleet. That's the greater good.
Okay. I don't exactly do well following rules and regulations.
Well, you better learn quick. Otherwise, I'll start looking for someone to take your place. Anyway, it's time to hand you over to Lieutenant Toft. She'll brief you about the details of the evidence-gathering portion of the operation.
Okay.
Now, get out of here. And good luck.
How do I maintain contact with you? Do you have any other information about... Yeah, Sorsboden? Sorsboden is on Sardinia, and then Lieutenant Toft is who we want to talk to now. What happens if I get arrested? Can you tell me more about my expected behavior as an agent? No. What happens if I get arrested?
For your own safety, nobody but myself and the crew of the Vigilance will be aware that you're working for the United Colonies.
Okay.
Basically, if you land in jail, you're going to have to deal with the fines.
Mm-hmm. What about this person?
All we know is that she's been with the Trade Authority for years, which means she's been privy to some seriously shady deals. She's shrewd and she's diligent. The only reason we were able to connect her with the Crimson Fleet at all was thanks to an informant. I'm afraid she's the best lead we've got.
Is this the same woman, Trade Authority woman, back in like episode, what, 7, 8 or something? We were somewhere, I'm not even sure where it was exactly, and we helped out a woman who was trying to pin...
You were saying? You have permission to speak.
Yeah, I am speaking, dude. We tried to take down the Trade Authority, or the woman running the Trade Authority on a certain planet or in a certain city. Is this the same woman? We'll have to see.
That's easy to answer. You don't.
Okay, we don't
We'll be
maintain
monitoring
contact.
your activities from the Vigilance and attempting to keep it within your vicinity.
Okay.
When you feel you've gathered enough evidence, and at the completion of your assignments, head back here for a debrief.
All right.
Beyond that, you're completely on your own.
Okay. What about my behavior
While you're
as an
running
agent?
with the Crimson Fleet, you're undoubtedly going to be faced with some morally gray decisions. It's going to be difficult for you to weigh the consequences of pulling the trigger while maintaining your cover. Do what you have to do, but remember why you're out there in the first place.
I refuse to kill innocent people. What if I don't have a choice? Maintaining my cover as a pirate and abiding by the law won't mix. Ooh, yeah, that's true. I mean, if we're gonna act like a pirate.
That's why I expect you to constantly seek alternative means to overcome your obstacles, rather than blowing holes in them. Look, I can see that you're struggling with this. So let me simplify this for you. If there's a route to your goal which doesn't involve killing innocent people, I'm urging you to follow that path. Use your instincts. I'm certain you'll do the right thing.
I hope so, man. All right.
As you were.
Kibwe Ekande, commander of the Vigilance. Andreja, about to be dropped off to New Atlantis. And Lieutenant Jillian Toft, our next contact before we get the fuck out of this place. But I want to look to... Commander Ekande had outlined the parameters of my mission and has asked me to speak to his second-in-command. Okay, let's do that. More talk.
All right. We don't have a lot of time, so I need you to listen up. While you're working undercover, it's imperative that you gather as much evidence as possible. If you find any records that look suspicious or incriminating, you bring it to me. Is that understood?
Yes, ma'am. Why do you need physical
Well,
evidence?
since it isn't every day we stumble across a criminal's fully written confession, we need to build a case against our suspects.
Okay.
The more evidence we acquire, the stronger our case becomes. And knowing the Crimson Fleet, they'll leave plenty of evidence for you to find.
And what if I can't find anything?
I'd scour every inch of wherever the Crimson Fleet sends you. Otherwise, you're wasting our time and risking your neck for nothing. Criminals are sloppy. Look hard enough, and I'm certain you'll stumble across their mess.
If I'm accepted amongst their ranks. I mean, this first mission we did after the prologue, we ran into the Crimson Fleet, and since I was the persuader character, I got out of there without any bloodshed. Then we also rescued Barrett without any bloodshed. So the chances are good that I get accepted. I mean, if all of that plays a role at all, I don't know. I'm just role playing right now, but this is very interesting now. Like, this is a whole new side quest line that I'm quite interested in.
You better make it, because Commander Akande cashed in all his chips to get this operation off the ground. I want data slates, computer downloads, handwritten notes. Hell, I'll take anything if it'll get those bastards thrown into the brig.
Are we trying to imprison the pirates or kill them? Yeah.
Haven't you been paying attention? Our goal here is the complete eradication of the Crimson Fleet. In order to do that, we need to dismantle them piece by piece from within.
So
if you bring
both.
the evidence, we can make arrests and slowly drain their resources. Think of it as a death by 1,000 tiny cuts.
Sounds like I touched a nerve.
It's not you, it's the Crimson Fleet.
Okay, they took somebody
That
from
minor
you, huh?
skirmish you had with them on Vectera was nothing compared to the death and destruction those pirates leave behind. If you've seen what I've seen, you'd understand why I'm pushing you so hard.
Okay, I understand. Do you want to talk about it?
What? No. It's personal. It has nothing to do with you. Just stick to the mission and you'll be fine.
Okay. I'm no hero, I'm here because I had no choice. That's a very Sevro thing to say. I've seen my fair share of violence, so has Sevro Au Barca. My character. I'll do this one.
I was hoping that you'd be inspired into thinking this is more than a punishment. It appears that I was wrong. I suppose we'll simply have to motivate you in a different way.
Uh-oh.
Commander Akande has authorized a credit disbursement for each piece of evidence that you return, as compensation for your efforts.
Great. Why would you be paying credits during a military operation?
Well, that's just it. You're not career military, are you?
I'm a merc.
And speaking frankly, you're completely out of pocket during this operation. You'll be paying for your own supplies and other unexpected incidentals. So, if I were you, I'd stop asking questions and accept the compensation.
Sure. Now you're speaking my
Commander
language.
Akande came up with the idea. He was concerned you might not help us simply because it was the right thing to do. All right. We've loaded a container of Aurora into your ship's cargo hold. We're also providing you with a sample you can use to tease the goods. We've cleared your ship for launch. Proceed to Sidonia. Make contact with Saoirse Bowden. And with any luck, she'll point you to the Crimson Fleet. That should do it. You're dismissed.
Aurora sample added. Feel like discussing your personal experience with the Crimson Fleet. What's going to happen to the people you arrest? What if I get caught? Search for evidence. Okay, what if I get caught with the container of Aurora in my cargo hold? Yeah.
Don't worry, the container's been registered with UC Security, so
Okay.
you shouldn't have any trouble.
Okay.
Even if you're scanned. Of course, if we find out you tried to sell it to someone outside the boundaries of this particular operation, well, I don't think I need to tell you the consequences of making that mistake.
What's going to happen to the
We'll be
people you
keeping
arrest?
them close at hand until this operation is complete. So, we'll be holding them in the Vigilance's brig. If you're feeling particularly ruthless, you could always head down there and say hello. I'm sure they'll be thrilled to see you.
Whoa, that would be fun. Okay, so for this mission, since we can go to New Atlantis, I will pick up Barrett. Because Barrett has had some dealings with the Crimson Fleet. And I think he might be able to help us while we're underground. Although it doesn't make sense for us to have like a running partner during this quest line. I think we should be alone. But the fact that Andrasia is in here with
The
us...
commander and I are quite busy, so if you don't mind continuing,
All right.
I'll be here if you have any more questions.
You don't want to tell me about your past with the Crimson Fleet? We'll probably do that once I bring you some evidence. All right, Lieutenant Toft,
Excuse
or
me.
whatever your name was.
Pardon?
What's up? What's up? Petty officer? What?
My family's all in the UC Navy, but being SysDef, I got bragging rights.
UC, yeah, Navy is probably lower than... Okay, burden of proof, search for evidence. I've been tasked by Lieutenant Gillian Toft on the UC Vigilance to find and bring back any evidence pertaining to the Crimson Fleet related illegal activities. Audio logs and text logs would be especially helpful in bringing them to justice. I think we do have a couple of audio logs, eh? Didn't we pick up a couple of audio logs at random places? Some Moira or somebody? Some name with an M? It's telling Crimson Fleet people to take whatever they can from these abandoned research facilities, and a new dawn will happen soon. I don't know. Anyway, proceed to Sidonia. That's what we're gonna do. Whoa, I have 1674 bullets? What the hell? Have I been given bullets? What? How did I get so many bullets? Okay, docking bay. I also do want... Do we still have our contraband with us? That's the other thing I wanted to see. No, we don't. Alright, we're looking alright on our weight. I will go to New Atlantis, pick up Barrett. For sure. Hello. Alex Wong, why do you have a name?
I don't know about you.
Earn your trust and then... Oh,
People
what,
who work undercover, they're sneaky by nature. Hard to read. When I fly, I want someone beside me who I can predict. Boxes by the Marquess of Queensbury rules. But you're a southpaw. A wild card.
I personally am left-handed. I am a southpaw. Just saying. How did you know? I guess you're an intelligence, huh? I don't know about Sevro though. Did we select what handedness we have? I think Sevro's right-handed, but I don't think he meant left-handed when he said southpaw anyway. You don't know me.
No, I don't. But I do know the previous occupants of that interrogation chair you were sitting in.
Ooh.
Not good people, to say the least. I think one of them even strangled a man. With his teeth. But if Commander Ikonde says you're SysDef, then you are one of us. For now.
Are you a pilot?
You guessed it. In fact, I'd say you've got what linguistic experts call FOGO. A firm grasp of the obvious. But I'm not just any pilot. I'm the best. And I've got the kills to prove it.
You can't be the best if I'm the best. Because I am a space scoundrel.
On that we agree. I guess we'll have to test that theory out someday, hotshot.
Okay, I don't want to
Later,
know your
Gator.
life history. Later, Gator. Alex Wong, a name to remember. That's the direction to the brig.
Excuse me.
Yeah, what's up?
Hello?
Why do you say excuse me? It's as if you want to talk to me. Docking port computer? What? Docking port 05. Unoccupied? Unoccupied. No filled cells so far. Ship looks pretty big. This door is locked. That's an airlock. Don't want to get out of there. This is the reception, I think. This is the interrogation room. This is where we started the episode. Alright. Then let's head on down to the airlock and get the fuck out of here. Board. Woo-wee.
Whew. Always a satisfying moment to return to your ship.
Yeah. Andreja, you're off the... Yeah, you're Phobos, yeah. That's where we're at. We're near Mars. Deimos. Star Yard, yeah. That's where we were doing our mining quest, weren't we? Okay. What's going on? Why is the rotation so weird? Huh? What's wrong with the rotation? Ah, I was too far zoomed in. Okay. Proceed to Sidonia. Yeah. No, not gonna proceed to Sidonia. I'm gonna undock. I think I'll have to undock. Alpha Centauri. And Jemison. And the Lodge. I think the shit ton of Aurora we're carrying is gonna be safe. Or I guess that's what they told us. I hope there won't be any weirdness. Alright, the good old Lodge. We're back in New Atlantis. We're free again. We're undercover. We're not really undercover yet.
Find
We have to.
comfort in the idea that the odds of something killing us here are at an all-time low.
You're standing too close to me, ma'am. Yeah, I think I want to find Barrett. And I want to get all the shit you have with me on you.
Hello.
Straight gear.
If there's anything you need.
Yeah, give me everything you got. Yeah. What's that? Tab.
So, yes.
Bye-bye. Okay, let's do some inventory management. You know what? I'll do the inventory management and you'll see me right after with a cut. Okay, so this is a couple of hours later. I decided to take the inventory from each and every one of our companions, Samco, Sarah, Barrett, empty their inventories, get over encumbered, start selling shit that I really don't need. We ended up making a bunch of money, so we're at 105,000 now. I've been to the UC distribution center, to the trade post near where the ship lands, where the frontier lands, like the what's that called, the trading kiosk, and sold a bunch of shit, relieved my crewmates of their burdens, I guess, like the shit that I put on them, stored a bunch of shit in here. I also decided to go visit our outpost and redid it a little bit. That would be the outpost on Jemison. I have now renamed it to chlorosilanes because I'm mining chlorosilanes over there. It's just 2 solar plants and a extractor and a fabricator just wired up. And then I have that storage container where I can dump shit from the frontier and lighten up the frontier for more raw materials. I don't know, man. Like I've run out of a lot of different, like I think I don't have nickel at this point, and I need nickel for a bunch of more things. And this is actually like around 2 hours later, and I do have a prior commitment this evening, and will not be able to do a 1 hour episode anymore, which is kind of shit. But yeah, inventory management is really tough. It's really complicated. It's not tough, but you have to like run around and make sure you have the right thing before you leave the ship, otherwise you can't sell from the ship and blah blah blah. I did realize when I was at the UC distribution center that over there you can sell shit from your ship directly, which is convenient. Before we end this episode though, I also realized that if we go into the ship menu and go to the crew menu, we should be able to reassign people. So right now we only have Vasco assigned to the frontier, which is not going to be the case anymore. Vasco is going to chill now. I will assign Sarah Morgan. There's still one person assigned. Yeah, that would be Lynn. Lynn is assigned to Jemison, so unassign her. Lynn will go to the outpost because she's an outpost management person. But in order to have her live at the outpost, we will have to make a crew's quarters, and I don't have the resources for that, so we'll see how that works out. I don't know if I want to get into outpost management all that much. I might have to because of these raw materials that are hard to find. But for now, we want to assign Sarah Morgan and Sam Coe to the frontier, and maybe Barrett as well, because yeah, I noticed this earlier that we can assign 3 people even though it says 1 of 2. I have 2 people assigned right now. Samco and Sarah Morgan is saying 1 of 2, so I think one of them would be the pilot and the other 2 are crew members. We'll have to see. But so we've got Sarah Morgan, Samco, and Barrett on the frontier, and Andreja will continue to follow us around, I think. Let's just check on her real quick.
Hello.
Yeah, so if this option is available, that means essentially we're gonna have her out with us on our missions.
Goodbye.
But I think we'll be able to switch people. If you want to take Barrett on a mission, which I will for the next mission, I think I will just talk to him inside the frontier when we land on Sidonia and continue on from there. Unfortunately, that's all the time I have at this point, because this episode in real life is way longer than I hoped. I hope Cora comes with Samco since her dad's now assigned to the frontier. We'll have to see about all of that. But that's going to be me for episode 36 of Starfield. Thanks so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. We're going to head on out to Cydonia, be the undercover agent in the next episode, and I will catch you then. See ya.